start shifting into game prep, is it safe to say that this is going to be Separation Saturday coming up this weekend as you all make that transition?
Yeah, I think we'll kind of have a really good idea of those who can play winning football consistently, those who are close to playing winning football consistently, and then those who need some more development. And that's where you got to kind of make some decisions. And we kind of been prepping them all week, giving them the tools they needed, what they needed to do to improve, what they needed to do to continue to move up the depth chart or wherever it may be. I think we've got a lot of guys who can play consistent winning football. Obviously, you need more because the depth is what kind of gets you through the grind of the season. So Saturday will give us an idea. I tell them it's always evaluating. We had guys last year that came in and, were on the scout team the first 5-6 games of the season, and the last half of the season played big roles for us. So even though you may not be in the mix early in the season, what you continue to do daily in your preparation and your development is going to ultimately determine your goal.
How exciting is that for the staff when you all are breaking down film and seeing practices? You saw the day one film, and now to see them 2 weeks in and the adaptability, the ability to grow and sort of learn through the process. For you all, how exciting is that in the moment?
Well, it's good because it means the process is working. What we've done throughout the summer and the spring, and BA in the weight room, and all they did in the summer on their own, the meetings, all those things, it works. And the guys are starting to catch on a little bit. You kind of see the guys who were here in the spring have a little bit more consistency in applying the rules and fundamentals and techniques of plays and concepts. The guys who got here in the summer were a little bit behind early, but are starting to catch up. So I think we're in a good spot. What we got to do is continue to develop a lot of guys who can do it, because with the way the season's set up, you don't know when a guy's going to go down. You don't know when a guy may need to rotate in. Obviously, the more options you got, the more guys we can play. The fresher we stay, the more explosive we stay. I think you have some ability to separate personnel groupings when you can do that. So that's what we're working on now. How deep can we get, through camp going into the season?
How much more important does that make every rep, whether on the field or not? Guys have to be locked into what's going on because, like you said, guys can go down at a moment's notice, and everybody 1 through 4 position groupings has to be ready to step up.
Yeah, we get a lot of reps. It's not a lot of standing around. We've got 3, 4, 5 different drills going on at once, which to me gives guys a chance to do it. Kids these days are very hands-on. They play on their phones, but if you put it on the board and show it, it's like looking up in the sky. But they get out there and do it over and over and over. We try to practice it not until we get it right, but until we can't get it wrong. And the more we go through and rep, and even though we're doing it over and over and over, it becomes almost habit. And what you start to see is they're able to adjust things out. What if it's a different look? What if it's a different formation? What if it's a different technique? So the more we can get to do, more guys we can get to do that, the better we'll be.
You're right at the midway point of when you started to where you're trying to get to. 15 days left. Do you see the eyes start to brighten up and guys start to get that itch as you progress through camp?
Yeah, obviously, we got a good senior group. So they're always kind of talking about, hey, let's take advantage of the day. I always tell guys the best way to kind of overview a season is enjoy each day, and if you start looking at, well, this game's down the road, or this game's 2 weeks away, or this game's a week away, you kind of forget that you don't live in the moment, so we've just kind of been focus on today. How great can we make today's meeting? How great can we make today's meal? How great can we make today's practice? And I think the seniors are really buying into that, and they're really enjoying it. And I think what's helping do that is they've got younger guys who are following. It's hard to lead when no one follows. But I think the younger guys are following that, and we're starting to really maximize each day.
One of the things that has sort of closed out camp is going up to the cemetery and having a memorial there and sort of refocusing the guys on what Marshall University is about. How important is that day that you all go up there to getting the season off and sort of refocusing?
Yeah, that was something that was started before I got here, and I'm not one of these coaches that come in and everything you guys did before I got here doesn't work. It was something that I did, they did before we got here, and the seniors on the team when we first got here really liked it. I obviously, when I went up there, I obviously liked it because, again, it gives everyone a chance to understand the passion, the history, the tradition of Marshall. Some guys know the movie, but they don't know the story. Some guys don't even know the story. We're getting to that point now where kids are so far removed from it. So being able to go up there, we're going to have Coach Gale come up and speak and give his perspective on that. We're also going to have Rev Harvey give his perspective on it. But I think it gives us an opportunity to teach everybody in the program about the history, the tradition, and why things and people around here are so passionate and so committed to this place. Us being able to go up there, we go every the last day of camp, which is Sunday. We go every last Sunday of the camp. To me, it kind of gives us that fresh start into the season, but it also kind of paints the picture for the new guys. 40 new guys. It gives them a chance to paint the picture. Some guys have been up there. Owen Porter's probably been 7 times. But again, every time you go, you kind of reestablish your commitment to why you play here and what you're playing for.